We just started freestyling
Yes.
in spoken word.
Oh, it was powerful.
That was dope. I've never seen that on a big podcast ever.
That was so powerful. And that's when you know you're amongst your own. When you know you're amongst the people who you're born to be with.
Yes.
It's when you rise together. You feel that energy together. It's like it flows through you. It's like you just feel energized. Like I feel elated when I'm in your company. I feel elevated. I feel like I can go and do anything today.
The number one motivational speaker under 40 in the world. She's got 1 billion views. Natasha Graziano.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode here on the Law of Attraction podcast. I am so excited today, so excited and beyond grateful to be sitting with a very dear friend of mine. He is an author, he is a top speaker. He's on shows in 90 airports around the world. You will have known his face, you will have seen his face. He is somebody who coaches top celebrities. I've had his incredible moments of life coaching that has helped me in my own way to transform my own business. Welcome to the show, my beautiful friend, Tim Storey.
Oh my goodness, we're together again.
I love it. We just had this really hilarious moment, you guys, before we started. Tim goes, okay, he's wearing a black shirt. He walks into the house wearing a black shirt and he's like, right, I'm just going to go and change now for the podcast. So everybody's sitting around, right? Everyone's sitting there and we're all waiting. He comes back out in a black shirt. And we were like,
oh, that was too much.
You just changed into another black shirt.
Another version.
So good. You're very inspiring, Tim. For someone who is watching today, this is going to be very empowering for you. I believe that this is going to change someone's life. That is the reason you wake up every day, to change
Yeah, no doubt about it. So just like you, I think that my vision is to see other people's vision come to pass. Mm-hmm. In fact, when people say like, what's your new goal and what are you going to do in the next 6 months? I have to really think about it deep because I'm really so caught up with the cause of building other people up and out.
Wow. God, that's so powerful. What are you passionate about right now?
I think that truly the world is in a place of transition. When you look at the wars that are taking place in different parts of the world, not just one region. Mm-hmm. When you look at recession in certain parts of the world, and you look at illnesses, diseases in different parts of the world, that to me, as a person who wants to help people, I feel like, okay, Tim, where can you be of service? Mm. So recently I was just in Bulgaria helping people that are Ukrainian refugees. So 150,000 Ukrainians have come into Bulgaria and they are in shock and they're looking to turn their setback to a comeback. Mm. So as a comeback coach, I came in and started helping with their mindset, helping them. And so wherever there's a need, I try to do my best to slide in there.
That is powerful. And that really is your term. You've coined that. You are the comeback coach. You are known as somebody who helps people come through that breakdown. And that's such a great place for someone today. If you're going through something financially, physically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever it is that you're going through, will you share with us some of the best ways for someone to come back? They're feeling down right now. They're like, I can't break through this financial burden, or maybe in their relationship. What can someone do?
So as you know, when we're kids, we start off with momentum.
Yeah.
We start out with a shout. In fact, your parents have to say, shh, you're being too loud, because we start with a shout. But I have this saying that life can knock the shout out of you. It's powerful, right?
That's so good.
So life can knock the shout out of you, and the shout is what kids are about. And then you see people like 15, 16 years of age, they don't have their shout. Early 20s don't have the shout because life's knocked the shout out of you. How did it do that? It did it with a setback. It could be your parents got divorced when you were a kid. It could be an illness when you were a child. It could be some setback that you created. So most people, when they have a setback, here's what they do. They sit in the setback, they settle in the setback, and sometimes they cement themselves in the setback. So I become pretty good at helping people not to sit, settle, or cement themselves.
Is there something that helps somebody find the blockage that's stopping them? So I have my own ways of coaching people to find that limiting belief, find that blockage that's inside of you. I believe that you can't attract what you want into your life. The law of attraction is happening whether you know it or not, but try manifesting when you feel shit about yourself. It doesn't work. How does somebody pull out that limiting belief that is stopping them from the comeback?
What happens most times is that people are moving so quickly, they don't realize that they got themselves in such a predicament.
Yes.
So the first step is you have to become awake. The second thing is you take inventory, but a real inventory, not just your opinion or your version of yourself, but really get some real people around you that really love you enough to say, hey, you really are sliding in this certain area. So you become awake, you take inventory, and number 3, as I just said, you partner with the right people.
Wow.
So powerful. Partner with the right people, then you need the right principles that will lead you to the right plans.
That's great, because you're an average of the 5 people you spend your time with, right?
No doubt about
this. Whoever you surround yourself with is either raising your average or bringing your average down.
Yes.
So are you going to be around people who are bringing your bank account number down or who are raising it up?
Yes.
And we get that choice. And I always find people say, one of my most commonly asked questions, hey, Natasha, how do I get rid of friends that I've been attached to for this time? How do I move away from toxic people?
I have an idea.
We'd love
I learned this idea and this term to ghost somebody. And that means you just don't text them back. But I'm telling you, some people need to be ghosted.
Yeah.
That some people are on you so much that you just need not reply that week.
Yeah.
And then maybe you get back in one little text and then they text you 3 times and then you wait another week and they start to realize. But I think you should always be fair. Watch this, I'm going to rhyme. Fair, firm, and friendly. But don't forget the firm. The firm is your boundaries. Because the person that you were even last year is not the person you are today. So I'm watching your career explode in front of my face. You are everywhere. You're on the cover of magazines. You're doing books. You're doing podcasts. You're doing all these amazing things. So who you were last year, I don't even treat you that way. And I'm your friend. I treat you how you are right now. You need people that treat you how you are right now.
I know. And you know, if they don't have the privilege of knowing who you are today, that's not your fault. If they don't want to know the version of you today because they're still caught on the version of you 10 years ago, that ain't your problem. That's theirs. Yesterday doesn't care about you today.
I'm going to take you somewhere good today because I know we like having good conversations. Now, there's levels of friendships and partnerships. Number 1 is that opening friendship where we just have something in common. Like, oh my God, you're from Alabama? I'm from Alabama. You get my point?
Yes.
All right? So it's like you're just from the same place. The second level is more intimacy, that maybe it's your brother, your sister, somebody you went to school with, somebody you work with. That's the second level. The third level, you're going to love this, is the green room. So if me, you, and Oprah went and spoke at a big conference, they would say to you, Natasha, there's your green room. Oprah, there's your green room. Tim, there's your green room, right? Because we speak at conferences.
Yes.
Okay, your green room, you're allowed to invite whoever you want in that green room. Same thing with our friendships. Don't invite people who should be in level 1 into level 3, the green room.
Wow.
They will jack you up.
Yes, this is so good. Oh my God, this is gold dust.
Yes, because if I'm about to speak with you and Oprah on stage, I don't want the wrong people putting in the wrong things in my ear before I go on that stage. So why do you want the wrong people in your green room while you're trying to do amazing things on this earth? The green room.
The green room. Oh God, I almost want to call this the green room. That's so good. Who's in your green room? You choose your character. You write your script.
Yes.
This is your movie. You're not the lead star in someone else's. So choose your character. Who's in this movie with you, right?
Yeah.
Who are you going to be with?
So I'll give you a nice story just because people like stories like this. So I went with Robert Downey Jr. to be on a talk show. And so the host of the show was a guy named Jay Leno, who hosted the Tonight Show for so many years. And so I walked in, it was me, Robert, and a guy named Brett Bolthouse. And we all walked in, and then Robert went out because he had to dress, and Jay Leno started talking to me, and he says, wow, you must be like some special guy or do something fancy. You end up in Robert's green room. And I thought that was funny. But that was a very good point. And it illustrates what I'm saying. That why was I running with him? Why was I in his green room before he's about to go on the show? You must be really on the inside. So everybody that's watching needs to think about that for their own life. Why is somebody in your green room? What service are they bringing you? What blessing? What are they bringing to your life?
That is so powerful.
Doesn't that like really hit you?
It really hits you.
Yeah.
Because now you wonder, well, who am I letting into this inner circle? Who is in my green room? Who am I allowing into my energy and my space?
Can I take it one step deeper?
Yes.
Because in the green room is where people tell secrets. Because if we're really close, I may say, where did you and Michael go on vacation? Oh my gosh, Tim, we were here and here and here. What if the wrong person is hearing the right thing? I just said that on purpose. What if the wrong person is hearing the right thing? The right thing is what really happened in your life. But if the wrong person hears it throws them off. Jealousy can hit them.
Yes.
They can get bothered. They can get a certain feeling, to get in a certain mood.
Yes.
And so the green room is a place of secrets. So there's a lot of people that are hearing their secrets that were never supposed to be in their green room.
This is so true. We were recently in a green room together. Me, you, Eric, Thomas.
Yeah, Jim Quick.
You know, we were in a small circle of people, and it's true. It's like what goes on in those green rooms, in those circles, and who you allow in.
But we were talking at a top level.
Yeah.
So you had, in that little conference, you had Jim Quick, you had Jesse Itzler, our friend. We're talking to you, the only powerful woman that was in that green room. But remember the level of conversation? It was like this.
Elevated.
What if somebody would have brought terrible energy in there?
Absolutely.
It throws everything awry.
Everything. Energy is so funny. We will choose the energy that goes into a room. When we show up in a room, we set the tone, right? We decide the tone of the room. So if you walk into a room and people are on a really low frequency and they're feeling down and they're wherever they are, it doesn't matter. You walk in and now you set the tone.
Yes.
But likewise, someone else
good.
Someone else can come in and set the tone of the room too and change it. So what tone are you setting today?
So a lot of what you teach is about having the right plan, becoming the right person. But if you have the wrong partners, everything goes off.
Wow.
And so, you know, you could have the right plan, you could become the right person, but if you don't have the right partners, and I think that that's where a lot of people are messing up their lives and finding themselves in a setback. And then they get other people in a setback as well that don't even know how to pick them back up.
This is so true. You look after, right, A-listers, movie stars. I mean, everybody under the sun. We're starting to hear some of the names, you know, throughout this show, and that's only the tip of the iceberg. You are the celebrity coach. When you do this, what do you find? Because someone's listening at home, yeah, but their life's so perfect. Actually, it's not. I look after celebrities, not as many as you. You know, you've been doing this for
long time.
Yeah, absolutely. You're a household name, right? So my question is, what do you find is the actual commonalities between just somebody who's living their life and somebody who's really well known? Because everybody has their crux. Everyone has something which is painful in their life. And do you find that there's commonalities between?
I really do. So I think that if somebody just works at a store somewhere, which is a good thing to do, is to have a job, or if somebody's an A-list celebrity, that they're both human beings.
Yes.
Okay? But the celebrity's situation is amplified.
Yes.
And so it's the amplified problem that gets the celebrity in trouble. And that's where I come in. Because I try to bring it down and bring down the drama.
Yes.
I have this saying that I say, don't get dramatic in the midst of the drama. Because a celebrity situation, all of a sudden, it's everywhere at one time, right? But every one of us as human beings, we are facing something. And so remember I told you, you got to become awake.
Yes.
Take inventory.
Yeah.
And then you have to partner with the right people. Then you have to get the right principles. That's a lot of what you teach.
Yes.
And then you have to have the right plan. And so I feel like so many people that are watching that they got so caught up in their challenges that they are not having the right plan.
No.
And you're so good at teaching on that.
God, well, as are you. I mean, you give people purpose to like come back after like setbacks. I mean, this is the miracle mindset, great, the miracle mentality. You know, you talk around the mindset in here. That's what the word mentality for anyone, you know, I always say look up words, what they mean. The miracle mentality. This book is absolutely unbelievably powerful. It's so to the point. And I mean, if you're going to pick one of these up today, you should buy one for a friend. Tell us about the magic inside of this book.
So I'm excited about this book. It comes from a story of Walt Disney.
Yeah.
Walt Disney walked into an amusement park in the 1930s and he said, one day I'm going to build my own amusement park, but mine's going to be different, better, and more magical. Sounds like you. Sounds like you. I'm serious. You are like Walt Disney.
I love that.
Every time around you, you're like, Tim, I'm going to do this. But you really are saying it's like, it's going to be different, better, and more magical. Right?
Yes, that's what I do.
So he says this in the 30s. And in the 1950s, he creates Disneyland in Anaheim, California. Okay? And it was different.
I just went 2 days ago as you were telling this story.
This is
For the
powerful.
first time. I just went 2 days ago.
See? There's something
I took
here.
my son Rio. Yeah.
This is different, better, more magical. And he did everything he said. So this book is based on this, that we're supposed to live a magical life. Wow. Magical means extraordinary.
Wow.
Supernatural. Uncommon.
Wow.
And so, yeah, it started with the Walt Disney story. Different, better, more magical.
Wow. So we're meant to live that life. So anyone who's living a life that they enjoy perhaps, or maybe that you know could be better. Maybe you feel stuck. Maybe you feel like in your life right now, you feel like there is something that could be better. Maybe you feel right now there is some place that is lacking. Maybe financially, maybe in your health, in your love life. Somebody wants to transform, but they're skeptical.
Yeah.
And they're listening and they're like, okay, I want to do something, but I don't know where to start. Or maybe you're just like, no, everything's great. And you're a little bit on the arrogant side, but then you hear somebody like Tim, were you always like, so what hit you to change? How can somebody do it like you did and have that same moment of,
No, that's a good question. So I talk about in the book that people live in these categories. The mundane, that's what you just said, the mundane. Where, how are you doing? Okay. How's your husband? Okay.
Not too bad.
How's your job? Not too bad.
Yeah.
Okay, right? That's the mundane. But then you have the mundane, then you have the messy.
The messy's an elevation?
The messy is an elevation, but I'm going to elevate one more step to the madness.
What?
Oh, just when you thought mundane was bad, you could hit messy, then you could hit the madness, which is the chaos. I think that people are so in the chaos now because so much is coming at one time. So you got to get to the point where you say, I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's what happened to me as a kid. Because we were lower income, 7 kids in a 2-bedroom apartment
my dad's story.
Here in Los Angeles, right? Compton, California. And as a kid, I was tired of being tired of being regular, tired of wanting Levi's, but I got Levi's. Wanted Converse tennis shoes, I got something that looked like them. I did not want to be a discount version of myself. I got tired of being tired and decided to do something about it.
And then your life evolved dramatically.
It did. Imagine that kid, 7 people in a 2-bedroom apartment, has now gone to 77 countries of the world, speaking my biggest crowd, 85,000 people at one time.
85,000?
85,000.
That's like my dream right now.
I didn't say 85 people. I said 85,000.
What was it like? Was it just the most
It was
energy?
really mind-boggling. Yeah.
But you have if you guys have ever seen Tim on stage, Tim has one of those profound voices. He's like, you stop what you're doing. You're like maybe looking in your back. Who? You're like maybe walking out the venue. Who? Like you feel you. Like when I remember, you and I were there together. It was room shaking. It was like you're one of the top motivational speakers in the world for a reason. Yeah.
Thank you. You're doing pretty good yourself. There's a reason we all just stopped and watched you. pretty doggone good.
Thank you. Well, as a female, I feel like in a male-driven industry. But wait, this was such a good where you were going with this. Just wanted to jump in here quickly and say I am so excited to announce that my new book, Be It Until You Become It, is out in August, and you can get your hands on a pre-order copy right now. It will be delivered to you when the book is released, but right now you can pre-order that book. And I just want to give you something as well as getting the book. As a gift from me to you, I am giving away a bonus Be It Until You Become It program with video content worth $500 right here as a gift for you for free for downloading and buying that new book today. When you get a copy of that book, just make sure you go back and put the receipt into the beituntilyoubecomeitbook.com website, where you'll be able to receive your free gift. And there is so much more epic content coming up for you until the book is released. Be It Till You Become It, as you can hear in the title, is about becoming the version of you that you want to become before you become them. It's about the neuroscience behind the law of attraction, the ancient wisdom behind the law of attraction, and everything that goes into you becoming that best version of you. It's my 12-step manual, the guide that I have done to become a best-selling author, from being broke and homeless to living in my dream homes. I was a single mom only 3 years ago. This is the bulletproof method that I have used to get to where I am now. You see, life is a movie. You get to choose your character and write your script. So who do you want to be? I hope you enjoy the book as much as I enjoyed writing it. The link is below.
Yeah.
So the mundane, the chaos.
Yeah, so you have the mundane.
Okay.
Then you could escalate to the messy.
Okay.
Then to the madness.
Oh my God.
So in that state of madness, you need somebody to come and help rescue you. And so to me, it was my coaches in sports.
Right.
They would say, man, I see the goodness in you. I see, and I'll never forget, when I was 10 years of age, listen to what this coach said. He says, Timmy, that's what he called me, act like the champion you are. And I'm like, whoa, that was pretty good.
That was really
good. All of a sudden, something in me leaped like, doggone it, act like the champion you are.
Can I say, that for me rings so true, because my book's called Be It Until You Become It.
Ooh.
Becoming the version of you before you're there. And you just had that. So your coach told you? Yes.
Act like the champion you are. But be it before you become it. Yeah. Tell us what that means.
You know, I didn't like fake it till you make it. I never liked this kind of fake it. It was becoming the version of me so that I become them.
Ooh, that's good.
So I became them in my thoughts, my feelings, my actions, my desires. I changed. I was a whole different girl.
Okay, that is super powerful. And I hear a lot of things. You know, I'm in the best circles with the best minds. That is brilliant.
Thank you.
Yeah, because it worked for you.
Yeah. You know what? It worked because I was ready for change. I was like, I want to become this version. Mm-hmm. I'm bored of someone else's ways, my parents' ways, someone else, society telling me you're meant to do this, or you're never going to amount to anything, or you're only going to be this. But I knew I am here for greatness.
Yeah.
God, the universe, whatever you call it, has me in the palm of his hands.
Yeah.
And has me, however, here on planet Earth to do something greater. And now I will come forth and be it now, today, right now. I don't need to wait to be an amazing wife till I'm married.
Yeah.
And boom, I met my husband 3 weeks later.
And I love that you allow yourself to be that person. I think that so many people are stuck in their setback because they're so afraid of everybody's opinion.
Yes.
But you allow yourself to be the champion that you are.
You're right. You know, actually, it's funny. When I was in some of my darkest places, people would have loved to have kept me there. Oh, finally. You know,
and that's really the truth. They would have loved to have kept you there.
I know. And I felt I would have, if I'd had a coach like you at the time, that would have been a dream, to have you there to get me out of that, to say, hey, here's a net.
Yeah.
Take it. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you have to take a leap of faith and the safety net will appear.
That's so good. I got to tell a cool story.
Yeah, please. We love your stories.
So the great Quincy Jones.
Oh my God, I just watched his documentary.
Okay, were you so moved?
Beyond.
Okay, so Quincy Jones has been my great friend for probably 32 years.
You know him?
So close. mentored me for 32 years.
This is so beautiful.
So we were working on a project together. In fact, Quincy's the one that connected me to Oprah. Oprah said to me, Quincy called me like over 10 times saying, Oprah, 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 pay attention, pay attention. So when I spoke with Oprah at UCLA recently, when she introduced me, she said, Quincy Jones would not let up. How awesome is that?
That is beautiful.
When a guy at that level is calling Oprah for you.
So cool. And then Oprah is speaking with you. I mean, that is something.
But I'm at Quincy Jones' house one day, and he said, you need to get to the point where you stop apologizing for who you are and what you were made to do and made to be. He says, you act as though you're apologizing.
That's good.
You move as though you're apologizing. You speak as though you're apologizing. Is that so powerful? He says, damn it, just be it. Yeah. He says, I said the same thing to Michael Jackson. Just be Michael Jackson, because he's the one that helped do Thriller. He said, I had to pull Thriller out of him. And whatever I got to pull out of you, I'll pull out of you. That's what we need. You can feel it here right now, though, right?
I can feel that.
Yeah, so stop apologizing.
Oh my gosh.
For who the heck we were created to be.
That's like the most beautiful, powerful stuff right there.
Yeah, but it moves us all emotionally because most people don't do that for us. They're trying to minimize us. And the terrible thing, if they did it to me, being poor like we were, they would have minimized me and my mess. Me and you would not be influencing millions of people right now. They would have minimized us in our mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so true. If you allow someone to minimize you, they will decrease you to nothing.
Yes.
And people, you find, often strangers, right? They're happier for you.
Yeah.
Than your own friends and family. Why? Because we all, with those friends, come from the same place. You come from the same place, those friends, you come from the same place, those family members. But those family members and people who you grew up with have a hard time accepting that you have become who you are today.
So good.
Yet they are still in the same place.
Yeah.
And so this version of you, when you meet a stranger, is so happy for you. I remember the first time I met you, you were just so ecstatic for me.
So happy.
So happy for me.
And listen, you're blowing so many of us away in different areas. Like, I'm not on the cover of magazines for fashion. Like, you get my point? Like, I expected you to have a best-selling book. I expect you to do TV shows. I probably would expect you to even do movies down the line. But covers of fashion magazines and all the other things you're doing, you're going to a whole other level, and I'm excited about it.
Oh, it's having a friend like you is so special. And that is, I think, what makes you so unique in the world. Why you're the guy in the airport. By the way, every time you're in an airport, tag him. So when you guys listen to this,
I love this.
Go through the airport, and when you see Tim Storey,
90
just
of
look up. Because I was like, where is it? He said, just look up. How cool is that? So look up when you're in an airport. Watch on the screens in the airports, and when he pops up, tag him at Tim Storey, right? Tag him, because then he's going to repost that out. Like, put that tag. That's how, by the way, proximity, you get close to someone.
Ooh, I like that.
When you're wanting to change something, do you know, if you tag Tim, tag Mike, Tim might say, oh, who's this? That's a nice person.
I do that. Do you know that I will call, like, young guys will say, they'll DM our team. There's like 5 people that look at my DMs just because I had been single. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't even look. It's 5 guys. But they'll say to me, these cool young guys are DMing you, and they gave you a number, because I asked for the guys I will call, the girls I don't call back. But the guys I will call, I blow them away, because they're asking me a question about their life, to life coach them just for a minute.
Oh,
I call so many people back all the time just because I feel like it.
That is unbelievely powerful.
And they always say, are you sure this is you? I go, trust me, it's you. You gave me your number. Let's talk. Yeah, I did it 2 days ago.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
That that is powerful. You do not see that often, where somebody actually picks up the phone, takes time out of their crazy day. Like you're filming a show, you're doing the book, like you are everywhere, right? You're one of these people, and you're speaking events. To take time to, so someone's gonna get a phone call. Oh my God! Tag Tim from watching this. He is gonna call someone.
Not the women, just the men.
This is so good. Tag Tim. This is so good. Yeah, exactly. This is so good.
Yes. So you like this idea of the miracle mentality.
Yeah.
Because you have this miracle mentality, as you know, because you teach it. Mentality is a mindset. And I like this phrase that somebody coined years ago. Our mindset is mind to set. Mind to set.
Oh, interesting. I
mind
like that.
to set. So every day in the morning, I set my mind. It's mind to set.
What do you do? What are your morning things to set that?
I'm the guy that has to get quiet before I get loud. So most people get loud and try to run and find the quiet. I get quiet before I get loud because my life is loud. My life is so many texts that I don't like to look at my phone. My life is so many emails because I'm involved in so many businesses, so many things. So I get quiet before I get loud. So I go into meditation and prayer. And I get quiet and I bring things forward and I meditate and go into a place of focus. And then I start to get louder and louder and louder and louder. And then I roar.
That's so good. And then you come out roaring.
I roar.
I love that.
I roar through the whole freaking day, all the way through the night with the same level of energy.
Oh, you do. Every time I've seen you, it doesn't matter what time of day, you are on fire. Like you feel great.
Yeah, even if I'm quiet, I'm loud.
Yeah.
With energy.
Isn't that beautiful?
And you're like that too. See, I think that a lot of people that meet us, they think that we just have to be so charismatic all the time. But real creatives, at times they're quiet, but we're still loud.
Yes.
You could still feel us.
I love that. You know, it's funny when I'm internalizing and listening, because when we pray, we speak to the universe, to God. When we meditate, the universe speaks to us, right?
Yes, it's true.
And I feel like when I go quiet sometimes and I'm in a state of meditation, some people are often, are you okay?
Yeah.
Because we're so big and extrovert normally.
Yes.
But that's the time to reset.
Yes.
That's the time to reconnect, right? Like in the morning. Do you have a particular, like, you meditate, you pray? Do you do any, like, particular, do you have any, like, weird things that you do or anything that would be interesting for somebody?
Yeah. I mean, one of the things that I do that I think is a little bit weird and interesting is I listen to Motown music every day of my life.
Oh, that's cool.
I listen to it today because Motown music triggers me back to Compton, California.
Really?
I will always want to be triggered back to a place where things were very small. Because now I live in a very spacious world. My life is very spacious.
Interesting.
If I want something in London, I can call someone in London. If I want something in Cuba, I can call someone in Cuba. Because I have that kind of flow now.
Wow.
But I come from cramped and crowded. So when I listen to Motown, it triggers me back to when we started cramped and crowded.
Wow.
So I literally want to go back there every day and then remind myself how spacious my life has become.
That is so good.
It's true.
I know, I love that. It's a reminder, like a gratitude, you know, like a moment of, I am here. My feet are on the ground.
I mean, I'm talking to you today, one of the biggest influencers in the world, not one of the biggest influencers in America or just in the UK or just in Australia, but one of the biggest influencers in the world. Little Timmy Storey from Compton, California, 7 people in a 2-bedroom apartment. So even this morning, I triggered myself knowing I was going to talk to you. I triggered myself from, I was there and now I'm here.
That is something I've actually never heard.
Yeah.
Never heard that. That is so unique. Someone listening today, make sure that you reflect back who you were in that place before.
It's powerful stuff.
That is so powerful.
Yeah, because I get to maneuver in all these spaces that you know. So I go from that to doing this huge interview, from that to talking to this huge celebrity. I need to trigger myself to like, hey, little Timmy from Compton, don't forget your roots. And so the certain music of Stevie Wonder, who's my buddy, Smokey Robinson, who's my buddy, Diana Ross and Supremes, all that stuff triggers me to how I started.
Oh, this is so magical.
But it touches you, right?
It does. No, it really does. Emotional thinking about it. I'm like, oh my God. You know, I think we have a choice every day. Are we going to show up? Or are we going to show down? Are we going to show up?
Work that just for a second. Tell us about that.
Show up? Are we getting... You and I just jam, right? We just have the best time. The energy is
show up or show down. Work that for a second.
Show up in your life, whether you're going to come to the floor and say, hey, this is who I am. And today I'm going to go and help somebody in a charity. Today I'm going to go and give to somebody in need. Today I'm going to go and help a friend. Today I'm going to go and do something for somebody that needs me. And I'm going to show up. Even if I don't feel it, it doesn't matter whether it's true or not. It's whether you believe it.
So powerful. My goodness.
Show up. Or you're going to show down.
Show down. Tell us about show down.
You're just going to let life pass you by.
Yeah.
You're going to step down from what you're born
Ooh,
to be.
That's not good.
Step back. You're going to allow someone else to overtake you.
Yeah.
And you're going to show everything down in your life. You're just going to step down. And you're going to just allow the world in front of you to just take over. And you don't have control. You're no longer the cause. You're the effect.
Wow. And now you think people are happy because you've showed down, but they're still not happy.
Yes.
In fact, they want you to show down even more.
Yes.
You're like, I thought I was down enough. I got divorced. I thought I was down enough. I lost my money. I thought I was down enough. Now I'm chubby. And that's not happy for you? No, they want you even more down.
Yes.
So you got to show up.
You have to.
You got to turn your setback to a comeback. You can't sit, settle, cement yourself.
Oof.
You got to get up. You got to wake up and say enough is enough.
So good.
Because if you sit in that setback, there's somebody that's not going to be affected and changed by your life.
So good.
See, because you got back up and I got back up, we have the opportunity to affect and help change millions of people. And I will say millions of people is what you're affecting. Not hundreds, but millions of people.
And as are you. And this is why the power of collaboration, for someone that's watching, they're like, hey, I want to do some things like this.
Yeah.
So get yourself a podcast, create yourself a platform, and get into proximity with people like Tim. Get close with somebody and be friends with people who you know you can build together and do more powerful things together in the world. The power of collaboration.
Power of collaboration. You see what we just did? We just went into, we freestyled into spoken word.
Yeah.
That's how dope that was.
That's how, oh my God, I love it. I want to speak together on stage.
We will do that a lot though. But did you see, we went from a normal interview.
Yes.
We just started freestyling in spoken word.
Oh, it was powerful.
That was dope. I've never seen that on a big podcast ever.
That was so powerful. And that's when you know you're amongst your own. When you know you're amongst the people who you're born to be with.
Yes.
It's when you rise together. You feel that energy together. It's like it flows through you. It's like you just feel energized. Like I feel elated when I'm in your company. I feel elevated. I feel like I can go and do anything today. I'm like, you told me once, so you said, you got to use a different word. Instead of using this word, this one word, you kept using.
And let them know that I talk kind of strong with you sometimes because I care about you so much.
You did. And it was a strong, and I was like, wow. I was like, I've got to do something here. This is really important. And you did, and you told me, listen, and you spent time with me, a lot of time with me. And you said, change the narrative on this. Move this part in your life. Change this. And at first I was stubborn. And I was like, how? I know he's right, but how? And like, you know, you're stuck in your ways, right? I'm stuck in my ways. And I listened. Slowly I applied. I started to see results. And I applied a bit more and I saw a change.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. Okay, so Tim just taught me something that has monumentally affected who I am and who I'm coming across as to the world.
Yes.
This is the power of a mentor, of a coach.
So good. Because I saw something that you cannot see because you're within yourself.
Yes.
And you know that you're going to continue to touch the masses as you are. But I saw that, man, she's about to get even more elevated.
Wow.
And it happened.
Yeah, wow.
With the TV shows and all the other things you're doing in media, with the book, everything else. I knew you were about to get elevated even higher.
Thank you.
So I thought we have to take things even to another level.
Amen. And I have listened to that ever since, and I'm like, I just get it. That is so powerful. I really see how you have such profound effects with the celebrities you do it with. And somebody has to be there to coach those people, because everyone always thinks, well, who coaches that one? Everyone, I bet Quincy had a mentor.
Yes, he did.
Even though he's your mentor, yet you mentor someone and then they mentor someone. That's the point.
Yes.
Is the candle effect. I call it my candle effect. To light somebody's candle every day, or you're going to blow it out. So you either light their candle and then they go home and light their spouse's candle, and then they go home and light their child's candle, and then they go back and light their teacher's candle, and you light up the whole world from lighting one candle.
Yes.
From being mentored by somebody, you now feel empowered, you go light up somebody else's candle. You come back from a setback as you teach so profoundly, you are lighting somebody else's candle, or you blow it out.
And the beautiful thing about this world is we can do it worldwide. It used to be that we just did it to our neighborhood.
Yeah.
Both of us have the privilege to be all over the world. This podcast goes all over the world.
Yes.
People are watching right now. You're all over the world. Recently, I was in Istanbul on a layover, and a lady came up to me. There was a flight attendant, and she says, "Tim Storey, can you just talk to me for one moment?" I said, "Number one, hello, good to meet you." And she got emotional and she started crying. She said, "I saw you on a TV show and I was in such a setback. And you taught on the setback to the comeback.
Wow.
It's time for your comeback." And she says, "I want you to know, I watched it over 5 different times and my life got changed." And she says, "Thank you for doing what you do." Isn't that an awesome thing? That you just light one little candle, but you don't realize it's going boom, 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 boom.
The whole way.
Yes.
So powerful. If you guys are enjoying this and you've enjoyed today, make sure that you tag Tim Storey on Instagram. I'm going to put the handle below. Anything you've enjoyed in this, just re-listen. Go back and soak it in. You know, when you listen to a podcast, when you read a book, you're being one-to-one mentored by that person for the duration of that show. You're getting right now the experience of one-to-one mentoring from this powerhouse. So imagine what somebody like Tim does when they touch your life. Go watch him speak on stage. Go tune into his show. I'm so excited. This has been one of my most amazing episodes I've ever done. I feel so enlightened, and I know if I feel like that and I get to see you regularly, then I don't know what somebody else is feeling like who's just meeting you for the first time. They must be elevated on a whole new level. So connect with him. His handles are below. Follow him. Get the book. If you haven't yet got the book, well, now you see. Well, I don't even need to sell it. You know what? If you're not ready to take action, don't buy the book. If you're not ready to really step up your life and you feel like you've got billions of dollars in the bank, and I'm pretty sure 99.9% of you don't have that, then go and get the book, The Miracle Mentality. Go and change your life today. I'm excited. I love this. Wow. Thank you for being here today, Tim.
Thank you for having me on. And I want to say, as like your older brother, so proud of you. Wow. It's your time to shine. And all of us that have sense are cheering you on.
Love you. Thank you so much. You're amazing. Thank you so much for listening, guys, today. We appreciate every single one of you. I appreciate your ears, your time that you've spent here today. And if you share it with a friend, just know that you're spreading that light, that candle light around the world. Thank you, and I'll see you again soon.